Ever held a $2 bill? It's like stumbling on a four-leaf clover. Rare, odd, and a little magical. It looks and feels different, almost unreal. Some say it's lucky, others say it's cursed, but everyone agrees it's special. Why does this small note cause such a stir? Try spending one. Cashiers might eye you suspiciously or get excited and want to keep it. It sparks conversations and superstitions, all for a simple banknote. In the UK, £2 coins are everywhere, but in the US, the $2 bill is an outcast. It's official currency, yet treated like a collector's item. How did it get this reputation for being rare? We're about to dive into the history, psychology, and myths behind the $2 bill. Where did it come from? Why did it vanish? And why does it keep making comebacks? Is it a forgotten relic, a lucky charm, or just misunderstood? Let's find out. The story of the $2 bill begins in 1776, right at the heart of the American Revolution. As the colonies fought for independence, they needed a way to fund their struggle against the British. Enter the $2 bill, though it wasn't quite the bill we know today. Back then, it was more like a government IOU, a promise to pay, and a symbol of hope for a new nation. These early notes were crucial for the war effort, helping to pay soldiers and buy supplies. They were fragile, often handwritten or printed on thin paper, and their value sometimes changed with the tides of war. But they represented the birth of American currency, a bold experiment in trust and unity. Fast forward to 1862, during the Civil War. The US government issued the first official $2 bill as we recognize it, featuring Alexander Hamilton on the front. This was a time of great turmoil, and the government needed reliable paper money to keep the economy moving. The $2 bill was a common sight in wallets and cash registers. It was big, bold, and used for everyday purchases. No mystery, just money that changed hands like any other note. Over the years, the design evolved. In 1869, Thomas Jefferson replaced Hamilton, and the bill's look continued to shift with the times, reflecting the changing face of America. The reverse side got its most iconic update in 1976, when the Declaration of Independence painting by John Trumbull was added. This powerful image celebrates the nation's founding moment and makes the bill instantly recognizable. That redesign was part of America's bicentennial celebration, a planned comeback for the $2 bill. The government hoped to revive its use and printed millions of new notes. Printing presses rolled out stacks of crisp green bills, and banks received shipments across the country. The hope was that Americans would embrace the $2 bill once again. But instead of spending them, people tucked them away as souvenirs, thinking they were rare or special. Many believed the bill would become a collector's item. This is how the myth of rarity began. The $2 bill became shrouded in mystery, seen as a lucky charm or a rare find. Instead of circulating, it became a keepsake, something to pass down, frame, or stash away for a rainy day. The journey from everyday cash to collector's items started here, as the bill slowly vanished from daily transactions and entered the world of memorabilia. Today, holding a $2 bill feels like holding a piece of American history, a tangible link to the nation's past. But why did it disappear from daily life? Why is it so rarely seen in stores or wallets? And why do so many people still believe it's rare, even though millions exist? The answers lie in the next part of the story, where myth and reality collide. Is the $2 bill actually rare? Surprisingly, it's not rare at all, despite what most people think. The US Bureau of Engraving and Printing still produces them, though not on a yearly schedule like other bills. Instead, they print them in large batches whenever banks request more. When demand rises, the Bureau can print hundreds of millions of $2 bills at once, sending them out to banks across the country. Right now, there are over 1.5 billion $2 bills in circulation, enough for nearly every American to have several. So why don't you see them in your daily life? The answer is simple. People tend to hoard them. Instead of spending their $2 bills, people tuck them away in drawers, safes, or even between the pages of books, convinced they're holding on to something special or rare. This habit creates an artificial scarcity. The bills are out there, but they're hidden away, rarely making it back into circulation. The myth feeds itself. People believe the bills are rare, so they save them. And because they're saved, they become rare in everyday transactions. Even banks don't keep many on hand. If you want a $2 bill, you'll probably have to ask for it specifically, and sometimes even the tellers are surprised to see one. The government has tried to encourage people to use $2 bills, launching campaigns and even distributing them at public events. But the myth of rarity is hard to shake. It's a cycle. Low demand leads to low supply at your local bank, but in reality there are plenty of $2 bills sitting in federal vaults, just waiting to be used. The $2 bill is everywhere in America, just not in your wallet or at the cash register. It's a classic case of perception versus reality. We think they're rare, so we act like they are, and that keeps them out of sight. The rarity is really just an illusion, one that we've all helped to create and continue to believe. And as long as we keep treating the $2 bill like a collector's item, that illusion will be nearly impossible to break. Most $2 bills are just worth $2, but some are worth much more. Collectors look for details: the year, the seal color, and printing errors. Pre-1976 bills, especially the large notes from the 1800s, can be worth hundreds or thousands. Red seal notes, 1928-1966, are also sought after, especially in crisp condition. Serial numbers matter too. Low numbers or star notes, replacements for misprints, can fetch high prices. How do you know if you've got a gem? Check the date, seal, and condition. Most are just money, but a rare few are treasures. It's a treasure hunt in your wallet. The vast majority are everyday cash, but history sometimes hides in plain sight. Look closely, you might have a piece of history. For collectors, the thrill is in the details. For everyone else, it's just a quirky bill. But sometimes that's all it takes to make money interesting. Why do we care so much about the $2 bill? It's about novelty, something different in a world of ones, fives, and 20s. The bill stands out, so we notice it. That makes it feel special, almost like a keepsake. People tie memories to it, a gift from a grandparent, a souvenir from a trip. It becomes more than money, it's a token of a moment. Some people use them just to spark conversations or get a reaction. It's a social currency as much as a financial one. The value isn't just in dollars, it's in the stories and emotions we attach. The $2 bill is a perfect example of how we assign meaning to objects. Its worth is shaped by our beliefs, not just its face value. That's why so many are saved, not spent. It's a small, sentimental rebellion against the ordinary, and that's what keeps the legend alive. The $2 bill once had a reputation for bad luck, a superstition that lingered for generations. People whispered that carrying one could bring misfortune, and some even refused to accept them in daily transactions. Linked to gambling, $2 was the standard bet at horse races. It marked you as a gambler. If you were seen with a 2, people might assume you spent your days at the track, chasing luck and risking your savings. It was also tied to political bribery. $2 could buy a vote. In smoky back rooms and crowded rallies, the $2 bill became a symbol of shady deals and backdoor politics, further tarnishing its reputation. Cashiers hated it too. Easy to confuse, hard to make change. The bill's awkward denomination made it a headache for anyone working a register, and many stores quietly discouraged its use. Some people even tore corners off to mark them, making them more of a nuisance. These torn bills circulated as a warning, a sign that someone else had tried to get rid of their bad luck. The bill's bad reputation led to its discontinuation in 1966. For years, the $2 bill faded from wallets and cash drawers, quietly vanishing from everyday life. For a decade, no new 2s were printed, making them genuinely rare for a while. Collectors and curious spenders began to seek them out, and the few that remained became prized oddities. Then, in 1976, the bill returned for the bicentennial, with a new patriotic design. The fresh look featured Thomas Jefferson and the signing of the Declaration of Independence, aiming to inspire a sense of national pride. The government tried to erase the old stigma and make it a symbol of American pride. It worked, sort of. While some embraced the new 2s, others still saw them as odd or unlucky, and the bill never became truly mainstream. The bill lost its cursed status but became a collector's item instead. Today, finding a $2 bill in your change feels like discovering a hidden treasure, a quirky piece of Americana. Its legend shifted from unlucky to unique. The $2 bill now stands out as a conversation starter, a curiosity that sparks stories and memories. The $2 bill story is one of reinvention. From a symbol of suspicion to a collector's favorite, it's a reminder that even the most misunderstood things can find new life. And that's part of its enduring appeal. The $2 bill is more than just money. It's a piece of American folklore, a testament to the power of reinvention and the stories we attach to the things we carry. If millions are printed, why do they feel so rare? The Federal Reserve only orders new twos when banks need them, so print runs are sporadic. Years can pass between printings, fueling the myth of scarcity. But the real issue is distribution, not production. People hoard them, so they don't circulate. Imagine a river. The water's there, but it's not flowing. To break the cycle, people would need to spend them, not save them. But as long as they're seen as special, that won't happen. The fate of the $2 bill is in our hands, not the government's. It's a classic chicken and egg problem, and it keeps the legend alive. Despite its odd status, the $2 bill has found a place in modern culture. At Clemson University, fans spend stamped twos at away games to show their economic impact. It's a favorite for tipping, memorable and distinctive. Some clubs use it as unofficial currency. Businesses use it for quirky promotions. People run $2 bill challenges, living on nothing but twos for a week. It's a social experiment, a conversation starter. The bill pops up at weddings, protests, and as marketing tools. It's a symbol for those who want to stand out. The $2 bill may have failed as mainstream money, but it's a cultural icon. It carries a message of individuality, nostalgia, or just fun. In its own way, it's become a small piece of Americana. What does the $2 bill teach us? Its story is about more than money. It's about us. Value isn't just a number, it's a story, a memory, a myth. The bill is a mirror for our relationship with history and nostalgia. It's rare not because of policy, but because we decided it was special. That's the power of collective belief. The $2 bill is a grassroots legend shaped by millions of small choices. It shows we decide what's valuable, not just the government. It's a beautiful anomaly in a world of efficiency. Even money can be magical, sentimental, and unique. The $2 bill is a conversation starter, a time capsule, and a curiosity. It's more than just currency, and that, in the end, is priceless.